take this back off here. Okay, okay. Is this the one? That would be nice. Yeah, good, good, good. And if we're going to sit here and try it, let's try it without. There should be no reason for this. I am thinking of my next step, reversing the polarity. But before I do that, I want to check it and take anything that's on there as far as pressure off. Should be a little bushing. There it is. That's the nut. Where'd the bushing go? Come on, I need that little bushing. Okay. Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's put this on here in this position. Just like, come on, come on. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect just yet. We're just doing a little bit of a test run here. Alright, the battery went dead in the interim of me testing these things. I don't know where, again, because it doesn't tell me. I had this on, and then I just took it off again. I found both of these eyes being basically where they are to be in the position that they're in. Now, with this timer working, or on a battery, with a 9-volt battery, I can make these work. Let's turn that off. Oh, I'm not hooked up through that right now. Okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, this one gets, the bottom one, tends to get locked up, and it doesn't want to do anything. It's like when this is up here, in other words, when this eye is up here, that arm should be up there with this, and down is down. Well, when I set them all up, this one here I leave alone because it's working. I'm using this one to figure this one out. So when I had these up here, this one wanted to go that way. And it was like hung up. It just went like it was stopped. It was stuck. And it didn't want to go anywhere. So I moved it just a hair, thinking it was almost like being on a fence. You know, if you're right center, you're going to balance, and you can push down all you want. You're balanced. If you're canted one way or the other, it's going to tend to want to go that way. So what I did was I moved this over to the other side of the fence, just a hair, thinking that that would now make it a weak point, and it would, but it did the same thing. And then it wants to work backwards. So I said, well, let me take this and maybe reverse it. And that didn't work. So that's kind of where we're at this point. So the first thing I got to do is work on this board. I got to find something. So I got to go over there. This board has given us what we need, but I'm concerned about the load. In other words, once these start to move, the load becomes heavier. And I don't know, nor do I remember what the hell I made it for, so I don't know what the load is. Alright, let's go back over there. Okay, we're on this side for now. I had to hook up a quick little setup. Make a little room here. Alright. Okay, now, where's the one that I made? I made another one. Here it is. There's two little circuits in here that I had to work on. And this is the one that gives us what we need. But I'm not positive if it's going to hold amp-wise. So, the only way to really check it, let's strip these off a little bit, and then we'll put some voltage on here to see what it's actually giving us. Now I drew out a diagram and then I printed it out on the computer. So I gotta find that. That's around here someplace. I think it's over here. I think I drew it out. Okay. I made them in different sizes so that whoever's working on it, whichever way they feel most comfortable, or if they want to cut it out and paste it on something. Okay. Now the only thing is I don't remember is what are these gray wires for? Because this is not a remote. This doesn't work off a remote. This may be a direct 12 volt bypass. Okay, in positive, in negative, out positive, and EN. Trying to remember. Can't remember EN. I don't remember what I did. I don't know what these are. Alright, so the best way to work on this is basically hook it up to something. Well, not something, but at least get it hooked up to power. So, these got connectors on them. They look like they may have. They do. Okay. So let's plug these into the old banana plugs. Okay, and plug this one in. Banana plugs are nice. However, you have to make sure that they've got tension on them. Otherwise, they can pull out on you, and you may not even realize it. Too much. I don't have any more of these plugs around, but I don't want to break them. It's not no shape. So, let's see here now. Let's go by my directions. My directions. I put, what did I write out here? I have no idea what I wrote out here. And I forgot to put on here the in and the out. Well, that was a smart move now, wasn't it? Well, they're marked here, so. Alright, so, these are two separate boards in here. I was thinking, well, let's put voltage in here. what I was thinking is possibly what would happen if I put them and used them together. You follow me? So I did two of them, thinking each one for each servo. Okay, so we go here. What's this doing for me? It's giving me 7.4. I have it set for 7.5, so that's okay. Because it is going to go down some. Now, what's this thing do? That's what I want to know. That's giving me 10. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go here instead. That's giving me 3. So that's a negative. So if I go there to here, okay, I'm seeing 10 volts on this. This is a negative wire. I don't know why I didn't mark that as such. And if I touch it here, what happens? Nothing. Okay. So I gotta mark this down because you gotta know what's what here. Okay, so there's a wire coming out. Hello, 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 hello. Do we have a pen that's gonna work? The only thing about leaving pens, it takes some out of the way. So let's see if this ink warmed up a little bit. Okay. 30 seconds of water in the microwave, and we're all set. So this gray one is a negative, and that will give us 10. Okay, let's write it on this bigger one down here so I can more or less see what that would do. Gray. Okay. And you stopped working again? Oh, I didn't heat you all the way through? Is that the problem? You little pain in the ass. Try another one. I'm going to redo this on the computer, but I just want to write it down so I know what the hell I'm doing here. Takes the power what? Takes the power voltage out. Now I remember why. I did do that. That's a separate one. And I didn't want to bring it out on this end. Now I know. Now I remember. I wanted the opportunity of having that voltage if I needed it. And it's the same here. Okay. Now I remember. Now I remember. Now I remember. I figured once I put this in and sealed it, I wanted to make sure that it was going to do what I needed it to do, regardless of what the voltage was. And I didn't want to have a bunch of wires sticking out of it. So I figure 7.5 and actually 10.5. Okay. Alright, so that's what we got there. So let's check this one more time, just to make sure. So I know I have it right. So we're going to go here to here. And that gives me my 7.5. Well, it's actually going to be 7.34, but that's fine. Now, these boards are separate, so this here shouldn't make a difference at all over here because they're two individual boards. However, if I were to take this one and bring it over to this one, which is input, I just heard something. Oh, I don't know if that's promising or not, but I hear it. Where's my other jumpers? I got them all over the place here. Hello? Okay, well, you're yellow as a black. So let's take this one here and take it to this one here. Okay, so now let's check that voltage. Here to here. 7.37, 7.35. Okay, so same thing. Now, if I put the outputs together, the grounds and the powers, is it going to maintain that voltage but give me more amperage? Or is it just going to give me nothing and break and blow everything? Alright, I'm using what? White and yellow? Alright. So let's not bring another color into this. The yellow was being ground, if I remember right. So, take that ground there. Brown there, and that brown there, and let's take this power here to this power here. Now they're all outputs, so we should be okay is what I'm thinking. It's not like I'm going in to out, or I'm running them any fancy ways. I'm kind of keeping them okay, it brought me up to, well, it's keeping me at 7.9, 7.4, 7.9, 7.4. So it brought me up very, very little. Nothing to speak of, actually. But I still don't know what it's doing for me on the amperage. Let me write that down, because I did forget what I set it up for. I gotta remember that, because we set it up more ways than one. Okay, so the in is positive 12, ground negative 12. Out 7, 5. And this one is 10. Okay. So you do it now, you take a little time, and it saves you a lot of time later, because I won't have to do all this again. And I believe I saved that. So if I saved it, I can just bring it back up and then make my changes. Okay, so we know But right now, this is going to give me, either way, each one X amount of volts. So let's disconnect all this. I doubt very much if I'm going to double up on them like I just did. I just wanted to try it to see how it was going to work. These should not be hanging together, and they don't. All right. Good.